Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is Better Call Saul, Season 1, Episode number 5. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell a friend to keep telling all their friends that the algorithm is doing what the algorithm does, and let's do what the algorithm does. Thank you.
All right, just one comment from last episode from Yes Cuban B, who says, I like that comment from the last episode bringing up the opening credits. My wife always messes with me for skipping over intros that short. We skip all of them, so unless y'all say it and it's majority, we will not be watching them. But we'll check this one out. RJ saying Jimmy and that guy they scanned need to calm down with the howling and noise at 2 in the morning literally made me laugh out loud. Like most people, I've loved SAUL Jimmy character from the jump, but this episode right here somehow even beat my previous expectations for him. This is an example of Jimmy at his best. Yeah, I loved it. It was such a great episode. All right, let's jump into the next episode right now.
Yeah, good call. The same day? Yeah, he did go in there and lay back down.
Sir, we'd like to talk with you for a minute. Could you open the door, please? Look, we know you're in there and you're casting a shadow through your peephole. All we want to do is talk. Would you please open the door?
I'd prefer not to, officers.
Sir, come on and open up.
I have a condition. I can't go outside or be exposed to what's out there.
You were able to come outside to steal your neighbor's newspaper.
You can steal it. I've left $5. The cover price is 50 cents.
Did your neighbor consent to sell you her paper?
No.
It isn't. Officer, let's talk about something called probable cause. As I'm sure you know, in the state of New Mexico, there was a two-part test to determine whether police officers have an objectively reasonable basis.
Can't just walk in his house, though.
This is entirely just too much right now about this newspaper. It's like entirely too much.
Yeah, he ain't got no power.
Hey, Tommy, come around here, would you? Check this out.
What is it?
A whole lot of capstone fuel. Guy sure as shit sounds like a tweaker.
You see your paper box?
Is he coming out or are we going in?
You got 10 seconds to open this door or it's coming down. You hear me? Final warning.
Okay, I'll let you in, but you have to leave your electronic devices outside. No phones, no walkie-talkies, no flashlights. Definitely no tasers. I can't emphasize that enough. Deal? Look, I'll give the paper back.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's like entirely way too much going on.
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Oh, yeah. What was you gonna do, ever, if that was to happen? You know what I'm saying? Now, what's this dumb shit supposed to be? Some kind of sex toy?
You ready?
He said Fisher Price, so it's
That's
very...
for kids.
I may have seen one of these before.
Not like this. This one has this little unit I've added. This is my invention. Do you have children?
No.
My wife and I have 2 boys, 4 and 6. And let me tell you, toilet training them? Nightmare. Both times. They just didn't want to use the commode. So I wired a motion sensor to a voice chip and, well, no sense getting all technical, but it's all about positive reinforcement. Meet Tony the Toilet Buddy. And when you sit down to do your business, this is how he works.
Oh, yeah, that's the way. Gosh, you're big. You're so big. My goodness, look at you. Fill me up, Chandler. Put it in me.
Does he not know what this sounds
Chandler
like?
loves
It sounds really bad.
Give it to me, Chandler. I want it all.
Anyway, it goes on from there. You get the picture?
Yeah.
You're so big. Fill me up, Chandler.
What do you think?
I think it's great.
It's a little
Much.
sexual, maybe.
Sexual? What is that?
Suggestive, maybe. Maybe that's a better word. Look, I'm not saying this thing won't make you rich. I mean, some of your wealthier Pacific Rim nations, they'll love this, the crazy bastards.
I created this for children. Children, understand?
Well, hey, Viagra was originally invented to treat hypertension. Well, look how that turned out.
You're completely disgusting, you know that?
Hey, buddy, you're the one with the sex toilet.
Get off my property!
Hey, you know what? I hope you do make a fortune, because Chandler's going to need it to help pay for his therapy.
Okay.
I don't know how you not hear that.
Man, there's people out there, they just oblivious, man. This is my life's work right here. Okay, like thousands of hours I've been spending on this. Just sign this paper before I show you.
You're gonna want to.
This will blow your mind. Yeah, toilet talk.
Look at all these little.
Dogs.
I found the Alpine Shepherd boy.
These are people calling me. Gotta go wait for. Wait.
No, you just stay put. I'll be right over.
What do you want, though?
My brother's prick of a law partner.
The only contact information we could find was a business card. Jimmy, in my opinion, Charles should be committed for 30 days of psychiatric observation. As a family member, you can submit a petition for him to be evaluated. There's an excellent facility in Las Cruces. He can be there tomorrow.
I'd rather not. Hey, honey. Hey, I'm right here.
I mean, he needs some help. You can't. You gonna keep living in this house with no power?
Mr. Miguel?
Foil?
My name is Dr. Cruz. Do you know why you're in the hospital?
The police kicked in my door. No warrant, no cause. I wasn't incoherent. They just weren't listening. They tasered me, Jimmy. Oh, Jesus.
Put electricity in me.
I'm sorry, I can give you privacy.
No. It's all right. Stay.
Howard called me. He's very concerned about you. How are you feeling now, Mr. McGill?
Do you have a phone or a page or anything with a battery?
I don't think so. Babe.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of knows there, right?
Oversight. Sorry about
What's
that.
he saying?
Can you tell me a little more about your situation?
It's not a situation, it's a condition. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity. For reasons unknown, my nervous system has become sensitized to certain frequencies of electromagnetic radiation.
Your brother called it an allergy to electricity.
Well, it's an oversimplification, but it's essentially correct.
Electronic devices create their own electromagnetic fields. The closer I am to such devices, the worse my symptoms.
Which are?
Burning sensation in my skin, sharp cold pain in my bones, muscle fatigue, heart palpitations, blurred vision, tinnitus, vertigo, nausea, shortness of breath, the general...
It hurts.
Yes, it hurts.
When did you first experience these symptoms?
Sound like a WebMD. Man.
Must have been...
You left the office 18 months ago.
In that case, must have been almost 2 years.
2 years.
Hmm.
That's a long time to live with discomfort.
Oh, there it is. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah.
I never said that.
No, you didn't, because you're very polite. But you think it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking about commitment.
You find that idea distressing.
Who the hell wouldn't?
I find it inappropriate for a person suffering from a physical condition. Anyone who's spent more than a few minutes with me knows that this isn't some kind of delusion. Wouldn't you agree, Kim?
Of course she does.
But I'm not a doctor.
Right.
You've known me for the better part of a decade. Have you ever seen me exhibit any sign whatsoever of mental illness? See? If I thought for 1 second you could cure me, believe me, I'd jump at the chance. But with all due respect, psychiatry doesn't have the answers.
I'd very much like to try.
Section 43, 111, Part E3. The proposed commitment is consistent with the treatment needs of the client and with the least drastic means principle. Do you think subjecting me to this kind of pain for a month is the least drastic means?
You might as well spend a month at a wood chipper.
I understand your frustration. I do. You're obviously a highly intelligent man in difficult circumstances. May I ask you a question just for my own interest? How do you meet the needs of daily life? What do you do for light? How do you prepare food?
I use white gas lanterns. For cooking, I have a camp stove. I have a large cooler I keep filled with ice. It's not ideal, but I make do.
I see. Well, thank you. Would you mind if I took a moment to speak with your brother?
Turn the bed back on just so
So
you
you
know.
would notice something.
Make sure you still have your wallet when you're done.
Funny guy.
Funny guy.
Jimmy? I don't want to go home.
Let me ask you something. How do you, daily life?
That was a dirty trick.
That wasn't a trick, it was a demonstration.
That was a lawyer's
This
trick.
allergy to electricity isn't real. It's a manifestation of something deeper.
I'm not saying it's 100% real, okay? But Chuck is smarter than you and me put together. So we're not talking him out of this. And I'm not sending him to a rubber room.
No one is talking about rubber rooms. There are specialists who
He's
will...
seen specialists, okay? The best doctors from here to Denver. None of them help. Not one.
So you're ready to give up?
Who's giving up, huh? I'm the one doing the heavy lifting here. That white gas he was talking about, who do you think brings him that? And milk and bread and toilet paper and ice and every other damn thing he needs.
Is that helping or enabling?
Yeah.
If you testify in a custodial hearing, he can get the help he needs. That's in your power.
To be committed involuntarily, he has to be a danger to himself or
And
others.
he is. Coleman lanterns indoors, a camp stove. He could burn his house down or the entire neighborhood, and then you're looking at a commitment of 10 to 20 years. What if he just hurts himself in a household accident? How does he call for help? You have the power to help your brother. Truly
That's a
help
good
him.
question. Is there a phone in there at all? That's why you didn't know what was
Loneliness
going
won't
on.
make it go away.
He can't go nowhere.
What would you do?
All I know is he needs help.
She's been very nice though, the doctor. I couldn't have did it. I would have had too many sarcastic things to be saying. Like, come on, bro.
Untie him. I'm getting him out of here.
The nurse will bring you the release forms.
I can't deal with that. I'm being patient.
found him. I thought I'd wait till you got here.
Great. How's he doing?
Better, resting.
Good. Jimmy, I want you to know that I've talked to the DA, and he absolutely will not sign off on any commitment papers. This is a physical condition, not a mental one. Chuck is of sound mind. I think we can all agree on that.
You're a real peach, Howard. Of course you don't want Chuck committed.
No, I don't. Why would I?
Because if Chuck were committed, then I become his legal guardian, and I cash him out of HHM.
Jesus, Jimmy. Now, you want to hash that out while he's lying in here?
You know, the tanning bed must have melted your brain if you think for 1 second.
Guys, Chuck, that's why we're here.
Yes. Let's stay on point. We're talking about the well-being of a man whom we all love very much. There's many factors at play. Spite doesn't have to be one of them.
You know what, Howard? I was on the fence till you showed up, but thanks for helping me decide. Wave bye-bye to your cash cow, because it's leaving the pasture. I'm committing him. What do we got here? I see. He's trying to get away. Enjoy the Jell-O. Get to the bottom. Wait, who's the banker here? That's the only one I want to talk to. There he is. Hey, I'm good. Wow, what a grip, young man. Yeah, watch out, that's my wheel writing hand.
Watch out, that's my wheel right hand.
Hello, ladies. You look beautiful today. All right, over there. Very good. Play fair. No betting. Oh, wait a second. Is that Veronica Lake? Give me a hug, you. Oh, yes. You look great today. All right. No cheating, no hiding the tablets. Oh, what do we have here? Hey, there he is, the man in the booth. John Wilkes Booth, Booth Tarkington. What you reading there? The complete annotated book of rules for parking validation?
No. The rules for parking validation are actually pretty simple. Most people get it on the first try.
Well, you'll be pleased to know I have the requisite stickers.
Will be still my heart.
And you can have this as well. I'm doing elder law now. Need a will? Call McGill. So, give me a call if you you happen to know any elders.
I need a will.
Good night.
Couldn't have a bad one if I tried.
Couldn't have a bad one if I tried.
He on the road today, man.
Yeah,
his little
he got
$140.
$104. He clowning.
Overnight shift? Oh, okay. Yeah. Like he ate that lunch. No, it looked like he ate that lunch.
Come in. Oh, no, Dad, I wasn't coming over. You really were going to be awfully late. Don't be bashful, Lucy. Well, I'm not bashful, but I've never kissed you before. And I don't think this is exactly the place.
Gosh, if you knew how crazy I am about you, you wouldn't hesitate. I can't sleep nights.
Oh, why don't you take some hot milk?
I guess I must be in love because I started up.
Like, who just goes to the door with a bat? Like, who are you expecting?
That nigga like, ain't nobody should be coming to my house.
a long way from home, aren't you?
You and me both.
From life, babe. Oh, must be FBI.
Wait, why though?
Must be FBI. It was episode 5 of Better Call Saul, and you know, for this point for Jimmy's brother, I do, in my opinion, think he should get some help. Maybe they can tweak it to maybe come to his house, you know, somewhere where it can be on better terms instead of putting them in a room with lights and all that. Maybe they can work something out like that, because I'm pretty sure it might be in his head. I'm not sure. He doesn't have any medical diagnosed saying that he had. He just made that up on his own, I believe, right? There's no documented thing of that being a thing. So maybe if he can at least get a doctor to say, yeah, there's something to it, then okay. But you see the doctor, she already turned the bed on, and he didn't even really notice it, that it was popping off. It's just that when he sees it, he has to go ahead and do it.
Or he assumes somebody has to.
So yeah, so that's just a mental thing on there. So, but he is super smart. He's a savant. He remembers everything that he had from the law. So he is definitely capable of doing what he needs to do. It's just that I don't know what happened in the last 18 months to turn him to going to the lawyer building every day, going to work for the people, and then he can't do electricity no more. Like, I'm waiting until they show us that one on there. But it shows that Jimmy is definitely 100% committed to his brother, helping him out, all that. But he did get a lot of words of wisdom and stuff at the hospital with the doctor. Like, you might be enabling him, so you should probably try to do that. But then that complicated thing when his former partner came up there, too, from the other law firm, and just like... And I really don't understand the money thing that's going on with that. I don't know why they don't want to cash out, or do they want to cash out? Whichever one benefits more.
I think him fully cashing out, though, would be a huge fucking amount of money that might impact the law firm. Like, so they'd rather extend it. They don't want them to do a big cash out.
The firm.
Yeah.
And Jimmy can't do it because his brother is still like...
It's his brother's fine.
Yeah, his brother don't want to do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
Because he's protecting the law firm, too. Like, he doesn't want to hurt the law firm.
So, yeah, so what the law firm don't want is Jimmy to take control of his brother's affairs and then cash out and be done, which he should, because his brother ain't never going back to work. He know that already. But, yeah, that part I thought was very interesting for sure. And then, of course, at the ending, they gave us the part with...
Mike.
Mike, and we know what Mike is about. Now, we got the FBI showing up, obviously probably some shit that happened in another state, because, you know, he be out there just killing.
I mean, he was a cop, though. I'm saying, we don't even know if he's doing all that shit yet. He was a cop.
Okay, because it ain't happened yet, but I'm assuming it's probably going to start happening. So, whatever, that's going to be interesting when we get into that part right there. But, yeah, I mean, another great episode, man. Another good one that shows Jimmy and his brother are super good together as a team, and if they were to team up together on some big ass case, they could probably go ham and win some shit. But I love this show. It is very bingeable. I wish we could watch more. So I cannot wait to see another episode.
Yeah, I thought overall this was definitely a quieter episode, which I think doesn't lend itself as much to reactions. I think there's a lot of pertinent information as far as advancing the relationships, but it was definitely a quieter episode. What stood out to me, I really liked the doctor. She was in Faculty and like a couple other movies.
That's what I'm trying to remember. That's Faculty.
Yeah,
that's her biggest one. Yeah.
And she was in She's All That and a couple other movies that I can't really remember in. But
was she in The Craft or something? She wasn't in The Craft.
No.
Okay.
But I really liked her. I thought she did a really good job in the small role that she had in this, as far as being super polite but direct as well. I love the subtlety of her turning the machines back on, because if it was an allergy, it doesn't matter whether you can see it or not, he should have the same reaction. So I thought that was just a really good, subtle touch. Also, as far as the crisis, that I think it is I think what we just saw proven by the end of the episode too, that it is emotional response to Jimmy, because as soon as Jimmy promised, you know, his brother, or Chuck, that, you know, I'm not going to go down that road again, I'm fully committed, look at me, I'm going to be working with old people, suddenly he was able to get up and go make coffee for himself.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it was definitely showing, that it is an emotional and mental response, that it's not physicality.
Sneaky Jimmy to come back out.
I don't know what happened, though, 18 months ago, if that was around the time when he had to go to and help Jimmy not get arrested, and maybe that's where everything started happening. But I feel like this episode definitely made it absolutely clear that it is mental and it's not a physical reaction. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out specifically with them. I'm so interested, though, the way that the episode ended with Mike having the FBI show up on his, like, doorstep or whatever. Like, why are they there? He seemed to recognize the guy immediately, too. Like, you're far away from home. He's like, look who's talking. So they obviously know each other. We do know in the context of, like, even the conversation he's had with Jimmy earlier in the season that, you know, he used to be a cop. He knows how to think like this, or whatever the case is. So I'm just curious how his role continues to develop into who we knew in Breaking Bad. It's just really interesting to see it so pulled away from that point, and like how do we get there?
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good episode, and looking forward to the next one.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Better Call Saul Season 1, Episode 5. And until next time, peace.